In the heart of Redding, California, a quiet suburban street basks in idyllic sunlight. Sherri Papini, a figure of serene domesticity, jogs along the peaceful path. Each step echoes the tranquility of her suburban existence. The sunlight filters through the leaves, painting a scene of perfect normalcy. The air is still, the only sound her rhythmic footfalls on the pavement. In this moment, life in Redding seems untouched, a portrait of suburban bliss. In the tranquil morning light of the Papini household, Keith moves about the kitchen, a silhouette of normalcy against the impending storm. Keith turns. His expression softens as he approaches Sherri, an unspoken tenderness in his eyes. A warm embrace envelops them, a tender kiss sealing a moment of fleeting peace. Unbeknownst to them, the ordinary rhythm of their lives is about to shatter, plunging them into unforeseen chaos. This tender moment, now a haunting memory, marks their last semblance of normalcy before the world turns upside down. Keith drives home, the afternoon sun casting long shadows. The house looms, silent and empty. A mile from home, a stark sight. Sherri's phone and earbuds lie abandoned. Keith spots the items, his face etched with disbelief. A wave of panic washes over Keith. He turns and rushes back toward the house. At the Redding police station, Keith stands at the front desk, his face strained with anxiety as he reports Sherri missing. Detectives mobilize, their expressions hardening as they confront the gravity of the unfolding investigation. An unsettling quiet blankets the station, the unspoken dread of foul play permeating the air. An officer's grim expression reflects the haunting realization that time is of the essence in the desperate search for Sherri. The weight of the unknown presses down as the investigation begins, each moment amplifying the urgency to find Sherri. Redding becomes a canvas of desperation as volunteers and police officers flood the landscape. Helicopters churn the air, their mechanical roar a somber soundtrack to the agonizing search. Search dogs weave through the underbrush, their keen senses the last hope in this desperate hunt. Every tree, every lamppost, every conceivable surface is plastered with Sherri's face, a silent scream in the wilderness. As night descends, the search intensifies, flashlights cutting through the darkness like desperate pleas. The posters of Sherri stare back at them, a haunting reminder of what is at stake. The screen bursts to life with a rapid-fire montage of news broadcasts, each delivering somber reports of a mother's disappearance. Headlines scream from newspapers, each word a stark reminder of the missing Sherri. Social media feeds buzz with frantic activity, a digital chorus of concern and speculation. Sherri's image becomes ubiquitous, a warm, smiling woman with kind eyes, a vision carefully crafted to evoke sympathy. Tearful friends and family appear in interview snippets, their words carefully chosen to paint a picture of a devoted mother. Candles flicker at makeshift memorials, casting dancing shadows as "Bring Sherri Home" banners adorn lampposts. 22 days later, a figure emerges near a desolate highway, a shadow of her former self. Bruises mar her skin, a grim testament to her ordeal. Starvation gnaws at her, the hollows of her cheeks telling a tale of deprivation. Her once long hair is brutally shorn, a final indignity. Sunlight floods the sterile hospital room, revealing Sherri, pale and shaken, as she recounts her harrowing ordeal. Her voice trembles as she begins. They were Hispanic women, 2 of them. They had a gun. Her voice cracks with pain and fear as she whispers, "They kept me chained up, abused me." The investigators listen intently, their expressions grim as they absorb the horrifying details of Sherri's abduction. A flurry of news reports erupts across screens, each headline screaming Sherri's miraculous return. The news anchor's solemn voice fills the air. In a stunning turn of events, Sherri has been found alive after a 3-week disappearance. Another reporter emphasizes the mystery. Authorities are calling it a miracle, as details surrounding her abduction remain unclear. The anchor concludes, conveying the husband's emotion. Her husband, visibly emotional, has expressed his profound gratitude to everyone involved in the search. In the sterile interview room of the Reading police station, detectives meticulously review Sherri's statement, their initial hope fading. Skepticism creeps into their expressions as inconsistencies begin to surface, casting a shadow over the narrative. The blatant discrepancies leap off the page, impossible to ignore, unraveling the fabric of Sherri's account. Unanswered questions hang heavily in the air, filling the room with a sense of unease and suspicion. The lingering shadows of doubt deepen, threatening to consume the fragile truth. The forensic lab buzzes with a sterile energy. Technicians meticulously pore over microscopes, their focused gazes hinting at the secrets they seek. A DNA report illuminates the monitor, its stark data revealing a critical mismatch, shattering assumptions. Sherri's clothing whispers silent tales, its fibers betraying truths that challenge the official narrative. The genetic trail veers sharply, tracing back to an unexpected source, a male residing in Southern California. The lab stands as a silent sentinel, its walls echoing with unspoken questions and the weight of impending revelations. Under the relentless Southern California sun, investigators confront a nervous former boyfriend outside a modest residence. The former boyfriend cracks, revealing, Okay, I'll tell you, Sherri. Sherri was with me. She stayed here." An investigator's sharp inquiry cuts through the tension. Willingly, he confesses, "Yes, she wasn't kidnapped or anything." His voice trembles as he admits, "She wanted to get away," he concludes. "She stayed here willingly for the weeks she was supposedly missing." In the sterile interview room, detectives confront Sherri, a thick file of damning evidence looming between them. Sherri squirms, her gaze flickering nervously as the detective states, "We have new evidence, Sherri." Desperate, Sherri retorts, "I don't know what you're talking about. I've told you everything I know." The detective presses, his tone firm. "This evidence suggests otherwise. It suggests you weren't entirely truthful with us." Cornered, Sherri insists, "That's not true. I'm telling the truth." Newspaper headlines scream skepticism, casting long shadows over Sherri's reputation. Whispers follow Sherri like a haunting echo, as judgmental eyes pierce her every move. Sherri's forced smiles crumble under the weight of relentless scrutiny, revealing the cracks beneath. In the depths of her eyes, defiance battles with fear as Sherri confronts a world turned against her. The FBI office buzzes with focused activity, case files strewn across the table. A palpable tension fills the air, heavy with unspoken urgency. Each agent pores over the details, searching for a breakthrough. Photos and forensic reports offer silent testimony to the case's complexity. The weight of responsibility settles heavily on their shoulders. A stern-faced agent nods decisively, signaling a turning point in the investigation. At the Papini household, federal agents lead Sherri, her hands bound, into the harsh light of day. Neighbors stand in stunned silence, their disbelief palpable as they witness the unfolding scene. The quiet of the neighborhood shatters as news vans descend, their arrival signaling the resurgence of a haunting story. Camera flashes pierce the air, turning the scene into a spectacle of renewed scrutiny and public exposure. The Papini household, once a sanctuary, now stands exposed under the relentless glare of media attention. Sherri's departure marks a painful chapter in the Papini household saga. The story explodes once again. Inside the courtroom, Sherri stands as the focal point of scrutiny, her face a canvas of anxiety and defiance. The courtroom buzzes with anticipation, each whisper amplifying the gravity of the accusations against her. The air is thick with the weight of the charges, staging her own kidnapping and fraudulently collecting victim assistance funds. Sherri faces the court, the consequences of her actions looming large. The rustling of legal documents underscores the severity of the proceedings, each sound a stark reminder of the stakes. In the stark interrogation room, Sherri sits hunched, her unease palpable as her gaze darts around, avoiding the detective's scrutiny. The damning evidence of inconsistency spreads before her, a mosaic threatening to shatter her composure. Her voice trembles, a confession escaping her lips. Okay, I did it." The weight of her deception bears down as she admits, "I staged the kidnapping." The truth spills out, a final admission of guilt. There were no captors. I made it all up. Sunlight floods the Papini household, casting a harsh light on Keith's despair. Divorce papers hang limply from his grasp, each page a testament to shattered dreams. His face is etched with disbelief, a silent scream trapped behind a mask of pain. The weight of Sherri's betrayal presses down, suffocating him in a sea of regret. His eyes dart around the room, searching for echoes of laughter in the sterile air. Each familiar object becomes a cruel reminder of the trust that has withered and died. The courtroom falls silent as Sherri stands before the judge, the verdict a palpable weight in the air. In the hushed courtroom, the judge delivers the sentence. Sherri is sentenced to 18 months in prison, followed by supervised release, and ordered to repay hundreds of thousands of dollars in restitution. The weight of the sentence settles upon Sherri as the courtroom remains in stunned silence. A whirlwind of news broadcasts erupts, each headline a stark reminder of Sherri's deception. Anchors sternly declare judgment, their voices echoing the widespread condemnation of her elaborate scheme. Chirons flash across the screen, proclaiming justice served in bold, unforgiving letters. The harsh glare of the media spotlight exposes the full extent of the hoax exposed, leaving no room for doubt. The relentless barrage of news solidifies Sherri's fate in the public eye, a permanent stain on her reputation. The resounding clang of the steel door seals Sherri's fate, each echo amplifying her solitude. The stark reality of her actions descends upon her, a crushing weight in the cold, unforgiving prison. She navigates the sterile corridor, each step echoing the gravity of her confinement. The cold environment mirrors the isolation closing in around her, a visual testament to lost freedom. The weight of her decisions etches deeper into her face as she confronts the bleakness of her new reality. In the heart of confinement, Sherri stands alone, a silhouette against the cold, gray walls, a poignant symbol of her journey's beginning. Keith walks down a sunny suburban street, his children beside him. They walk in silence, the weight of their recent past evident in their steps. The children clutch at Keith's hands, their small faces betraying a mix of exhaustion and resilience. Each step forward is a step towards rebuilding, towards finding normalcy in the aftermath. Sunlight streams into the therapist's office, illuminating the silent battleground of unspoken truths. Keith sits rigidly on the leather couch, the weight of Sherri's deception pressing down on him. Across from him, the therapist waits patiently, pen and pad poised, ready to navigate the treacherous emotional terrain. The air hangs heavy, each breath a reminder of the betrayal that lingers between them. A whirlwind of news clips assaults the senses, each frame dissecting the Sherri Papini case with cold precision. Experts dissect the case, their voices echoing through the noise, oscillating between clinical detachment and thinly veiled outrage. The visuals are slick, professional, each image carefully curated to amplify the emotional weight of the narrative. A voice cuts through the visual chaos. How quickly did we all believe? Another voice echoes the sentiment, questioning the cost of manufactured victimhood. What is the cost of false victimhood? The final statement hangs in the air, a stark reminder of the fragility of truth. The truth is often the first casualty,